Hello everybody and welcome back. Last week we finished the first Uncharted game, so as promised here is Uncharted 2. I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew I would not be believed. Marco Polo on his deathbed 1324. Those of you who saw the second or third Sam vs. Sam will know that this was the first ever console game I owned and played, and thusly it's one of my favourites.
That's my blood. That's my blood.
And I haven't played it for a while actually. Already, hopefully you can see that it's a lot nicer looking than the previous game. And he's hanging from a train. Here we go, chapter 1. One complaint I do have about Uncharted is that everything's always just so convenient for him, in that there's these lovely little bits for him to climb up on the side of this train. Or on the bottom of it rather. Also, what I remember, there is no face cam for this session at the moment, just simply because I couldn't be bothered. I'm having a bit of a lazy day in, and I just don't think I look very nice. Out of all the Uncharted games, it's probably the one I know the best. It's the one I've probably played the most. The Uncharted that we just finished was probably one of the ones I didn't know as well. I started with this game. I then played 3. I then went back to the first one that we just played. And then I played 4. I think I've only played 4 once actually, even though it was like my favourite game of last year. Come on, almost there. And one thing I do like about Uncharted 2 a lot more than the first game is that this game moves around a lot more, I find. Instead of it just being one single track story in which the chapters are sort of inserted here and there that I found with the first one, I find this game it's a lot more clear cut where the chapters are as they move to different locations. No spoilers, but yeah, it's a lot more definitive and sort of, it's just a lot better all round. I think they did a good job with making a sequel. Otherwise, I spoke through that whole intro, which was quite action-packed as well. Sorry about that. We've got a flashback now.
Buy me a drink, sailor.
Harry Flynn? Hey! What the hell are you doing here?
I'm looking for you, mate.
Uh-oh. Should I be flattered or worried?
Maybe a bit of both. Come here. I've got a job for us.
Really?
The client is willing to part with a huge sum of cash if we acquire a certain object for him.
All right, I'm listening.
Now, you're not gonna like this.
Oh, no. No, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you just hear me out for a
No,
second.
Flynn, we both know 2 people who were killed trying to lift something out of this
And
place.
one who made it out.
Yeah, barely.
I can't do this without you, Drake. You're the only one who's cracked it, and you know better than anyone it's a two-person job.
No. 3, actually.
Right. And speak of the devil, here she comes now.
What?
Chloe Fraser.
Nate. Drake. Nathan. Drake.
Hello, Harry.
Chloe here's one of the best drivers in the business. She'll take good care of us.
I bet.
Right, look. I've got it all figured out. We go in through the sewer.
Loving it so far.
That puts us in the courtyard. From there, we scale up the wall, run across the rooftops, and just drop down into the exhibit hall. Bob's your uncle. And what is worth all this trouble, I hear you ask?
I didn't, but go ahead. But that's it. An oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's worthless. I don't get it.
Neither do we. That's why we tracked you down.
Well, it sounds like you're working for a nutcase. Some collector who's got too much time and money on his hands. And by the way, this is not worth any of it.
But there's more. How's your 13th century Latin, mate?
Where'd you get this?
Borrowed it from the files of the nutcase.
In Trebizond, we were set upon by thieves. Father, Maffeo, and I were robbed of our greatest treasures. This was written by Marco Polo.
Yes, that much we were able to work out.
Unfortunately, the rest of it's nonsense.
Hey, hold on. So that it should not fall into the wrong hands, I concealed my great sorrow in the unlikeliest place. The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
See what I mean? It's just gibberish.
He's talking about the lost fleet.
Yeah.
I know, someone want to fill me in?
Marco Polo leaves China with 600 passengers and 14 ships, loaded down with treasure from Kublai Khan. And he lands in Persia a year and a half later, with only 1 ship left and only 18 passengers. Now, he recorded every detail of his journey, but he never told what happened to all those ships and the passengers.
So somewhere out there are 13 ships loaded with the Emperor's treasure waiting to be found.
Yeah, and that is what your client is after. Hey, look at this lamp. It's covered in Mongolian script. It must have been a gift from Kublai Khan.
The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
Marco Polo hid something inside this lamp. Something that pinpoints the site of the lost fleet.
So, we're dicking this guy over, right?
Damn straight.
Absolutely. You in then?
What the hell? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words. That is a big old wreckage of a train. So although I do know this game, you find out later in the story sort of what's happened here. So chapters 2 through like 12 or 13 I think it is, are like the setup to how he got here. And then the chapters after that are following from the story now. So it's kind of a game of two halves of how he got here and then where he goes from here. Oh, no, I didn't want to. No, I want to go back for the... There's a pistol over here. There we go. Oh, that was such a headshot. Come on. I mean, they did do a real number on this wreckage as well. Bearing in mind what happened. This was some mess that he made. Jesus. Oh. Nice. And now he's just lying there. Nice. And another cutscene.
Hello. Well, so much for foreplay.
You mind telling me what the hell is going on?
You mean with Flynn?
Yeah, you might have warned me.
And missed the look on your face? Anyway, you haven't exactly made yourself easy to find.
Talk about making yourself easy.
Oh, you're not jealous. Let's not forget who walked out on whom. After all, you don't get to be jealous.
Wait a minute, Chloe.
If it makes you feel any better, my relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Really?
Mostly professional.
Oh,
When I figured out he was actually on to something, I thought you'd want to be in on the action.
so what's the plan?
Just like we said. We pull the heist, we find the ships, and we make off with the treasure.
With Flynn.
Mm-hmm.
And then?
And then we split the take 3 ways, and you and I just disappear. Together, this time.
I see.
It's not going to go that smoothly.
Can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
Right, come on then. Keep moving. And bearing in mind he's been shot, like, what, somewhere like kidney sort of area. He's still pretty agile, isn't he? Jesus. Oh, nice. That's gonna be cold as well. Barrel. Oh, another cutscene. Cool, they loving their cutscenes this game. What we got here? Also, where's Nate? Not Nate. Nate's there. Where's Elena and Sully? Eh? All we've seen are Chloe and Flynn so far. 2 new characters. Where are the ones we had last game? Cool. I like them.